What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land? This is the Jedi Knights Watch 6-Scale Symposium with my special guest, Fabs Figures. It's a special day, Fabs. We got a couple special days ahead of us, but first, how are you doing?
I'm awesome. Thank you for having me. Very exciting announcements today. A lot coming. Get ready to be broke.
I don't know about you, but Guardians is like my favorite band of characters in Marvel. So like super excited. I'm going to see the movie Friday. I think it's gotten pretty good reviews, but it's like, obviously it's not like Endgame or anything like that. But I think it's going to be really good for Marvel. It's going to be a good final chapter for the Guardians. So super, super hyped. I got the trailer song in my head for like the last 24 hours. And then I woke up to this today and I was like, oh man, Guardians announcements. But what we'll do too a little bit later, because I know you guys love Star Wars out there. We'll also talk about some of the May the 4th announcements that maybe might come this week. Revenge of the 5th. We got a lot of fun days ahead for superhero stuff. So before we get into this Guardian stuff, because I'm really passionate about this. Fabs, I know you like this stuff too. I want to see who's in the chat. Say hi to you guys. We got Leighton. He says, I am Groot. What is going on, Leighton? Can you imagine? That's like your only lines for the whole movie. And like you're just part of the gang and
there was a
you
video.
go to the premieres and all that stuff.
I was gonna say there was a video of Vin Diesel taking pictures at some like red carpet event thing. But it was like a casual thing because he was wearing like a wife beater and stuff. And everybody's taking pictures and he's talking to the crowd and that's all he's saying. I'm Groot. And everybody's taking pictures. He's like, can you imagine? Like, get out of here. Get a different job.
It probably took him like a half an hour to just do the lines.
Can you imagine?
He's done.
Just change the tone and you're good.
Or Vin Diesel's not a very tall guy. Maybe they actually like made him film all of the animations and stuff too.
With the
could kind of fit into that teenage Groot, the buffed up body. So
with the mocap suit.
Yeah. Dilo, the collector in the house. Thank you for supporting the channel, my friend. What's in front of his eyes there? Does that say Dilo, the collector, in his picture?
No, I think it says I think it says I've been robbed. I don't know.
Help. Commander Green. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. That one's for free, guys.
Harold in the house.
What's going on, Harold? Joker. Always good seeing the regulars in the house. I appreciate it. What's up, Joker? And we also have some newcomers here. We got Mike. Yo. How's it going, Mike? Thanks for coming to the channel. The Thor, always bringing the party with them. What's up, the Thor? Greetings, all. Daniel in the house. Greetings to you as well, sir. Thank you for joining. Got Fabs here. Always supporting the channel. The best that he can. Zord Photography. Hey, guys. What's going on, Zord? Brick Artemis, the Brick. I know he wanted to be a part of this, but he just does not have the setup right now. Hopefully in another month or so he can join once in a while here. Holy cow, look at this guy. Andrew James in the house. What is going on, my friend? Yo, hope you're doing good, Graham. I am doing good. I hope you're doing good too. Andrew is a big part of the Hot Toys community. He's kind of taken a break for a little bit and kind of like gone into, NECA, some smaller stuff, VHS. He's got this awesome like 80s game room. He's got the tube TV, the Super Nintendo hooked up, the VCR, like all this retro stuff. Looks really awesome. So, Andrew, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping in. And Figman, what's up, gents? What's up, Figman? How are you tonight? Are you guys excited for Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I want to get right into it. Look at this. Fabs, what do you think about this Groot coming?
Number one, I called it. You guys know this. This thing is beautiful. I'm actually very surprised at this whole body. I didn't know how they were going to pull that off. But the fact that, like, I don't know if you could go to like another picture where he's like his midsection's completely like, completely like covered up, and then it opens up like this to give you the gun look. Oh, look at that. It's like two different figures in one. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Beautiful piece. I just hope the one complaint, I don't know if you guys went through this for those who have the I think it's the second Groot, the teen Groot.
Yep.
The leg is breaking from the hip.
Ooh.
So
For
yeah,
yours?
well, mine broke off from the
Ooh.
hip. Yeah, it's a common issue that's been happening with those, and it breaks at a point where you can't glue it back up. So it's once it breaks there, it's gone. So I hope they fix that issue.
So I didn't know how I like seeing this Groot on film. Like he kind of looked more fake as opposed to the other ones. What do you think about this Groot, not only as a figure, but as like a character? Do you like this Groot? Do you like the first one? Do you like teenage Groot? Do you like baby Groot? Which one do
Well,
you kind of gravitate towards?
to me so far, again, we haven't seen this. I haven't seen this, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about him. Obviously, he's the most, action packed, you know, look or the way he is in that specific movie. I remember the first one. It was, he was a good character, but I feel like as they went backwards with him, it made him more likable. So as the baby, baby Groot, everybody loved baby Groot. As a teen, he was a little, you know, uh
No
snotty
punk.
kid. Yeah, he was a snotty kid. So it was like, that, was okay. But I feel like as of right now, I feel like this one's gonna be my favorite version once I see it.
Joker says, "Water that broken leg, and it'll grow into another Groot."
I need a 1/6 scale pot, Joker J.
HGH Groot.
HGH group.
No, I like this. I think I don't know. Would you display yours like this or more
Yes,
of just like
absolutely.
this?
No,
Space reasons?
you have to. I have to get that look. That this is the
This one?
deluxe. Yeah, this is a deluxe look. This is what you get with the deluxe packaging, and I think this is the most badass part of the trailer this
Right.
season. So there's no way that I'm not displaying the figure without all those weapons.
I love the bark going on, but then you also have
Yep.
like the moss kind of growing in. They did a
Yep.
really good job with the paint
y-
applications, but
They
you
always
see
do
the
though.
right, and then you see the detail in the head, which yeah, the teenage Groot has that too, but it's so HD. It looks great. I love the expression. Sometimes they do goofy
Hmm.
expressions, but I think this one works.
Yeah.
And then you get the smile too. It's just
That one
it's
that one I
cool.
don't like much. Yeah, that one I don't like much. I like the other two more. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one's
I
nice too.
agree because and we'll see, I guess, but I think we see these facial expressions a little
Right.
bit more. But it's cool that they give those
Of
to you. I
course.
mean, we're just talking about Wonka the other night getting three
Mhm.
head sculpts. I mean, you're pretty much it's face plates, but you're pretty much getting three head sculpts with
I was
this
I
too.
was just gonna say that it's gonna be plates like the
Right.
other the ones the little tiny Groots
So that's really cool.
like this stuff. They're face plates. Oh wait,
Oh, wait, there we go. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
so
that
you
one.
so you replace
And
that.
Teenage Groot's the same way. I
Yeah.
don't know if Guardians One Groot he had faceplates, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he had two different faces. One, a regular expression, like a no expression face, and then the one where he was angry.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like this a lot. I'm getting this. I'm assuming you're getting this.
I pre-ordered today already. Yeah,
Nice.
deluxe,
What do you
deluxe.
think about the wrist pegs? Kind of
That's always gonna happen. They're never gonna be able to make that flush unless because the ball joint is so big. You see it. So
yeah,
it
it's
creates a
huge.
really it creates a really big separation. I mean, they're doing that for a reason. So you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and complain about it. Again, they could have given us, smaller, more flimsy wrist pegs. So I feel like they're giving us these big ones for a reason. More sturdy, more durable. So, we'll see what happens when the figure comes out.
Yeah, hopefully they hold up. This is an odd picture because I look right around here. What's going on here?
The angle, it's the angle.
Yeah, it's a bad angle because it's just bark. But
It's
now
such
this is cool
it's
with
such
the deluxe. You get all these arms that you can like
Yep,
do all these guns, and then
yep.
obviously you get the badass head sculpt.
Would be cool for this figure? One of those like 1/6 scale turntables, and you could just sit there,
Yeah,
and just have them spinning the
spin
whole time.
continuously.
Yep.
So they've teased a couple figures, and we'll get into that poster too. But we got Rocket with the Guardians, the new getup, their outfit.
Yep.
So obviously the whole gang's gonna be coming. I hope. I mean, they're teasing the whole gang. I would think they would follow through. I think this movie's gonna be great. I have seen actually like from polls online, like, are you getting these? Are you passing? Actually, like majority of people would actually be passing on these figures. What do you think about that?
Um, it depends. I mean, this, for example, the only thing for Raccoon, the only thing for Rocket is he's getting a
Square
new
face
outfit.
monkey,
He's getting a new outfit, right?
right?
So, are you getting another Rocket for a new outfit? It's up to you. This Groot though is a completely different figure. You know what I mean? So anybody missing out on that, you're going to miss out on a completely different figure. With Rocket, you're not missing out on a completely different figure. You're missing out on a different outfit. You know what I mean? So that's the only difference. So I don't know. I mean, it depends on how much people really like these characters. Because if you really don't care for them, you're not, this is not going to be appealing to you. But if you
Right.
like them, this is going to be up your alley.
So I was talking to Brick about this today, and Guardians is just my favorite movies in Marvel. For the comedy. I think the comedy is just so funny, and I think you kind of have the same comedy, maybe where you'd probably watch these movies and just laugh. Um, Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, we watch. Well, no, we watch. We know the same movies. We laugh at at
Right.
the movie line, so we have this. We watch the same stuff.
So like I just enjoy watching these movies, but then too I feel like these are some of the best movies they've done at making you care for the characters, and they've developed them very well. I think we're going to get a lot more backstory in Rocket, but then they're just like these misfits that come together, and it doesn't fit, but they work. And again, like Nebula says, you guys aren't friends, you fight all the time. And Drax was like, we're family. I just like love that stuff. So that's what makes me gravitate towards these movies. And the soundtracks are badass.
Yeah,
So
I remember the first movie. Well, both movies that they use like school songs from like the 80s and stuff like that. So it's really good music.
yeah. Want to say hi to P Rock, who's stopping in to say hi. He says, what's up, Graham and panel? That'd be Fabs. Stopping by
Yeah,
real quick as I
exactly.
shower. Hit that like
Exactly.
collectors.
Yeah.
You know who he is.
Panel your balls.
We got Jazzy in the house too. What's up? Hey Jazzy, how's it going? You getting this Groot? What do you think of these announcements coming? They're pretty cool. So it's funny too, because I was looking at a rocket on eBay yesterday for 169 with free shipping from Endgame. And I was
Okay.
thinking about getting that one because I like the full
That's a good one.
suit. You don't
Yeah.
see the joints.
Right.
He stands better than I have the Infinity 2-pack, so he's going to stand better. I like the magnetic goggles and the scarf. I think he looks cool. I was thinking about getting that, and I was watching it, and then all of a sudden this dropped, and now I'm like, ooh, well, now I should probably just
I don't need
wait.
it. Yeah, I don't need it. No, but one thing that I noticed today, so when I was on earlier, I pulled out the Drax figure. So to get two Drax, I had to move out, a couple of figures in front from, the original what do you call it? Guardians of the Galaxy line. And the Groot is right, not the Groot, the Rocket's right there. And oh my god, just looking at how ugly that thing is now compared to all the new ones,
Right.
it's like, oh my god. And again, like you said, the joints are so ugly. It just looks like such an
Paint
ugly
applications
yeah,
aren't as
it's
good.
crazy. It's crazy. You put them next to each other, you're gonna be like, what were they thinking with this? And now they look so good.
Well, and I've heard that the paint applications from Endgame Rocket to this Infinity War Rocket, they're pretty much the same. Might be a little difference in like I think the eyebrows or whatnot. For the most part, the head sculpt's the same. It's really the body and the outfit that is going to be different, but it's still a big improvement. But again, now that this is coming, I mean, these probably won't be released for another year and a half. So I guess you still got that time. But the other thing I thought about doing was getting all these new figures when they're announced, and then I move some of these Guardians, like the Infinity War Groot and Rocket, into just the Avengers, and then we still have a Guardians shelf down here, and then the duplicates can go right into Avengers stuff.
Right.
So Maybe I will still get that one. I don't know, but we'll
Well,
see.
they're different. They're going to be different anyway, so it's not
Right.
it's not a big deal to have two different rockets.
Jazzy says the teaser lineup seems lazy. Groot, Drax, Star Lord, Nebula, recycled head sculpts. Yes, and we'll get into that. I did notice also that yes, the head sculpts are all things we've seen, but I think that's just for the teaser. I don't think they're gonna recycle those head sculpts. At least they might recycle some. We'll talk about that in 1 minute, but I don't think Drax is gonna get a recycle. Yeah, not Groot. He meant Rocket, but no one cared about the Guardians of the Galaxy characters until the movies. In my opinion, Marvel's biggest success story. Yeah, and that's me too. I've never been huge on comics,
Yeah,
but
I
and
knew nothing.
I remember when the first Guardians movie came out, and I didn't even want to see it because I'm like, it's not Iron Man, it's not Captain America. I'm not really familiar with these guys, but I saw it and I was just like, wow, that was amazing. And James Gunn does a great job. And, he did the Suicide Squad. He's coming to DC. So hopefully he can kind of revive some of that stuff too.
Yeah, I knew nothing about that line about the Guardians of the Galaxy until the movie came out. And same thing, I was like, oh, but I figured, because it was part of the, every phase that it had to be important. So that's the only reason why I had to watch it, to know, and to know what was going on, because as you know, every movie leads you into something else. So that's why I was like, you know what, it is what it is. And then obviously, it turns out it was an amazing movie. And then, now we're up to 3.
I think they just nailed the casting too. I mean, that's got to
They
be worth
worked very
something
well.
too.
They were
Everybody was great.
yeah, very well. The what do you call it? The dynamic and the how they get along. The what's the word? I forget the word.
They get along really well.
Yeah, like
Camaraderie.
no. It's a different word. They're how they
They mesh.
how they work together. Yeah, I just can't think of the freaking word. This is what happens when English is not your first language. You forget. I could tell you in Spanish. Would you like to hear it in Spanish? No, kidding. He's like, no.
Speaking of comics, there's a rumor we are getting
Yes,
Null
Jazzy
soon.
chemistry. There you go. Thank you.
Chemistry.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Biology major. Can't remember
Fabs.
chemistry. Unreal.
Fabs, do you know who Null is?
No, isn't he the bad, like the main Spider-Man like villain, like the big
Oh, the
villain?
big boy, the
Yeah,
big boss.
um what the hell is his name? Venom like guy. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
he's like the
Oh, he's
main
the
guy.
king of the
There you
symbiotes.
go.
Symbiote god.
Yep.
Thanks, Brick.
He's like the big guy.
What do you think about this deluxe? And obviously we haven't seen the movie, so I mean we don't know what part this plays. We're assuming he gets his head cut off and
Yeah, I forget who it was. Somebody said this was a spoiler. Again, I wouldn't know. I don't think anybody would, because the movie, they haven't seen the movie. But apparently, this is supposed to be a spoiler in the movie. But I don't know what that means, because why would they put this as a picture if it was going to be a spoiler? Like a big spoiler. So I don't think it's a big deal. But who knows?
right. Does it make you want to like? So does the whole head pop off and it comes on here, or do you think this
Yes.
comes with its own
Yeah.
back plate and then you can use like two of the plates? That would make sense.
So it could either go two ways. Exactly what you just said. By switching the plates, or it's gonna be a pop in. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have a post there, and you're gonna pop it in as if it was an extra head.
It'd be nice if you could use two of the 3 head sculpts at the same time, but I don't see myself using that if it's the only, if it's the head sculpt that pops off and pops onto that. I'll just use this awesome body here. Here's all the 3 head sculpts you guys get, are the face plates, interchangeable. I like them all, but yes, I would agree that the middle one is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Because I want my Groot to kind of have some attitude, even
especially when he's jacked up like this. You know what I mean? You don't want him to be like smiling, like, hey.
Even the teenage Groot that I have has like the frown, like this one going on, because he's got his video game and he's like looking like he's pissed off that you're bothering him.
Yeah, and that's the best one. That's the one I have on too. It's like he's like cranky.
Real like moss and tree texture. No, that looks good.
No, it looks really good. Yeah.
I mean, looking at mine, I don't think it's as green as this one. Lots of dry
No, no.
brush
Yeah,
going on,
no,
browns, blacks going on in the crevices and whatnot. But this one looks like it's gonna have more moss, like
yep.
even the head.
The head, yep, a lot. You can see it from here. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna look really, really nice.
Yeah, so this I'm for sure getting this. Here's all the stuff that comes with it. So the moss
I can't get over
features.
this bodybuilder pose. It looks so good.
Yeah. I don't know how I like this midsection here, but I guess I could get used to it.
Oh, you're gonna have to get used to it because that's like, it's like I said, you got two figures in one,
Would you get two of these
Would I don't
to
think it's
display both?
necessary. I'm not, but I understand why, anybody would. If I can get them, cheaper, obviously later on or in a trade or something, I will most likely get a second one, but I just ordered one.
Did you see the price? What was the price? I didn't see that part yet.
350
$350 for the
and 2
deluxe.
and 280 something for the I think 280 for the regular collector's
That's quite
edition.
that's quite the difference.
Well, because look at the accessories you get with the arms. You know what I mean? You're getting all these extra guns and all these extra attachments for the arms. So that's where they're getting that extra money from. I obviously it's not worth that, but
Right.
that's what the that's what the markup is.
Well, Pajama Groot's on wait list.
Yeah, he's been on wait list for a while.
All right, so April 2024 to September 2024. So we're looking at a year to a year and a half. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be closer to that year and a half mark.
I'm going to
And then,
say
yep.
2.5 years.
And then 285, yeah, for the collector's edition. I don't think I'm going to pre-order this, but it's definitely something I'm going to get. I just I don't like, I guess, tying myself down to the pre-orders anymore. I like to be able to get it when it works for me, and then just kind of not worry about that. So, man, this looks cool. I gotta admit, though, this looks really good. It's a good release by Hot Toys. I think it's the start of something really nice.
And look at the size, 12.7 inches. Great. It's not super extra tall where it's going to, not fit in a D12 or, you know what I mean? It's not going to fit on any type of shelf. It should be perfectly even with every other figure. So that's awesome.
Let's see. Jazzy's getting the deluxe. Sold my Infinity War Groot because it was kind of boring. I don't know. I mean, it's always going to have a special place in my heart just because I love the character in Infinity War. So, but I mean, I get what you're saying. I to be honest, because when you said your Groot is, his legs are breaking, I'm thinking, God, I have never even moved mine since I put him
That's
into the one
exactly
pose.
no. So that's exactly what happened. I never moved mine, and I went to pick it up to move it to get a figure from behind it, and the leg just literally just fell right off. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I started looking because I didn't know that was a common issue. I started looking to get another one on eBay, and the ones that I found, for cheap and used, they were like, read carefully, and then you would see,
Read the
common leg,
description.
common issue, broken leg. And I was like, are you kidding me? So that's how I found out that they were having that issue. But I don't break my figures. My figures, I don't play with my figures like that. So when I went to pick it up, that's when it fell off. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, so I need another one.
Typically, I'll pose my figures. Some of them shorter periods than others. Some it's going to be every a month, and I'll get sick of it and I'll pose it. But this Groot one, it was like, I just put him into this one because, again, I love the attitude where he's playing the game and just looking like annoyed. So yeah, I haven't moved him, and I don't really have any plan to either. But I feel like this Groot here, from Volume 3 is definitely one you're going to do a lot more with. So yeah, I mean, if you're comparing this to Infinity War, that one could seem a bit boring because he comes with the video game and he does come with a gun and whatnot. But yeah, this one is like jacked, comes with all these arms, comes with all these guns. You can do a lot with this.
I
So it
have
should
mine.
be a lot of fun.
I have my teen Groot holding the rifle and holding his little Game Boy in the other hand.
Okay. I'll
Looks
check
like
this out. The in-art Groot will be made of real wood and moss. Premium.
Which one? Why?
when InArt makes their Groot, it's going to be made of
Oh,
real wood and
yeah,
moss.
real wood. Yeah, exactly. And they're gonna give you a diorama piece for it too, made out of real wood. Yeah.
Oh man, we should have had to explain that to you. Fear the Deep, Down syndrome Groot. Oh, I don't know about that. I think it looks pretty good.
Cool.
Does everything deserve 2 SKUs these days? That's interesting. Do we need a deluxe for it? Why can't they just come out with a figure and just give us everything we want?
Because what happens is if you have every figure priced at 350, nobody's buying that, but they're giving you the option over lower price so people could say, you know what, I can't afford the 350 deluxe, but I can afford the 280 collectors, and I'd rather have a collector's edition than no figure at all. So that's why they do that. If they price everybody out at 350, it's going to be very low amounts of people paying for these things, especially figure like this. Not everybody's going to want this figure for 350. And
Right.
they know that, so that's why they have to give you that, that second option.
That's smart, and I can agree with that. I think, but for some things like where we have like 3 SKUs or like, I think this one makes more sense than some of the other ones.
Like the Batman having
The
all those
Batman is
SKUs,
3
like, yeah,
SKUs.
like there's no like
That's
unnecessary.
ridiculous.
Yeah, there was another
Even
one.
Ahsoka, you're getting
That
a
was
Grogu
unnecessary. That was
and a
unnecessary.
different base. Like
That was unnecessary as well. There was no need to
um
give us two different bases for for the same figure. If
Mando
anything,
Luke, at least you're getting the broken up um Dark Trooper, but even still, it's like that could have just been thrown in, and I don't know, but
well, no, but that was a nice piece that they threw in because
it's a nice
it's
piece.
got the electronics and all that stuff that they didn't have to add that to it. They could have just given you a plain shell of a dark trooper to put on
Right.
that base and call it a day. But the fact that they gave you all that light up features and stuff like that, that was a plus. And they didn't have to do that for us.
True. So I get what Delo's saying. I get what you're saying, Fabs. Sometimes it makes sense because yeah, it gives us cheaper collectors an option to still get the figure, but maybe not spend as much money.
Well, no, it's not. You can't even say cheap. Cheaper collector. This stuff is expensive. You know what I mean? This is
Right.
not cheap by any means. So it's not. It's not even like. We joke around about it, but this stuff is expensive.
Right. No, I mean, especially if you have mortgage, kids, whatever the case may be, not everybody's on the same budget. So
Right.
it is nice to offer some differences, but some of them I think are not needed.
Right.
12.7. That's what she said.
This guy. Oh man.
First movie Groot looks better. I agree with that. Again, I was seeing this on like on the holiday special. I thought, he kind of looked off. Maybe he'll probably grow on me.
No,
No pun
I was gonna
intended.
say, you know what it is. I think it's because it was the very first one we saw, so we're like, oh wow, it's cool. So I feel like, especially the people who didn't really know much about the Guardians, the first time you see something like that, you're like, oh wow, you get really attached if you really like it. So
Right.
I think that's what happened, but I think this one looks, really mean.
Well, and it develops the character a little bit because this is a hard character to kind of develop. I mean, he only says, "I am Groot." The first movie he does some cool things, but he kind of is standing there. How can we get Groot more involved? I
Right.
think the holiday special, because it was probably a cheaper budget, he looked more CGI or just kind of off. So I think with the movie too, maybe he'll look just more natural and kind of grow on us. But yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong. You can like whatever one you want. We got Luis in the house. What's going on? He says, I wish Hot Toys would re-release Guardians of the Galaxy 1 Groot. When do you think that'll happen, Fabs?
Uh, Never.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Because
No, they won't go backwards like that. There's no reason. And another reason is because think about it. How many different types of Groots have we gotten so far? You know what I mean? It's not the same character over and over and over. It's not like a Star-Lord over and over. You know what I mean? It's the same guy all the time. We had a mature Groot, then we had a baby Groot, then we had a teen Groot. Now we have this. I'm assuming he's in his 20s. So that's why you won't need to go backwards to the original one. If they all look the same in every movie, that's why then they would they would go back and remake them, but there's no need.
right. We got Frank in the house. What's going on, Frank? Thanks for
Frank,
stopping in.
Frank,
Hashtag thank Frank.
Frank the Tank. Yeah.
Thank you guys for the support. Appreciate you all being here. I know I haven't really streamed much recently. I don't know.
Tell him the truth. No, tell him the truth.
I like
No,
creating content. I like going
no,
on Fab's channel,
no,
but
no. He's selling everything and getting into statues.
as you can see, everything's leaving. So, no, I mean, I like streaming. It's just, I don't know. It's tough because everybody talks about stuff, and I'm on your channel, and it's like, oh, what's left? So,
It's like, yeah,
but this is fun. This is fun to do.
that's why I don't watch the news, because everybody talks about stuff. Nice.
Now we can start hashtag not my Groot.
Not my group.
All right, so that was the one figure they actually showed us. And then they also, I think they showed us this first.
Yeah.
Do you think they give us anything this week yet? Anything else? Or do you think they wait?
I don't for
Get
this.
Star Wars
I
stuff.
don't think so. I don't think so. Because remember, it goes Marvel, then either Star Wars or DC, and then the other way, and then the other way. So if we got this, which is Marvel, then probably Star Wars next.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th. We got it. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. I think they're going to come out with that stuff. They'll probably let this sit. I don't know though. I mean, the movie comes out this week. If it does really well, could be fire.
It will do. It will do really well. You want to know why it'll do really well? Everybody who's going to go see the movie, not everybody, most people who are going to go see the movie, I'm going to assume that they know what they're going to go see. The fact that they know it's the last movie, I don't think anybody's going to be trashing the movie. You know what I mean? So
Right.
even if it's, I mean, it's got to be really horrible for people to be like, oh, that was trash. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everybody's going to have a decent response to the movie.
I agree too. I think the trailer is just epic. I don't think it gives away too much. I think somebody's going to die from the team.
Delo's comment. This guy.
Feels like a get it out of the way announcement. Oh
my
man, Delo. Man. Jazzy says, I like this stream. All other YouTubers, very repetitive, talking about the same damn thing every day. Well, I appreciate that. I do like doing it with you guys, but yeah, I don't want to be repetitive either. So we got Black Tom Cruise in the house. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, as a man, thank you for being here. As a man.
So somebody said they have all of the old head sculpts. Looks like they're recycling the head sculpts. So when I saw that, I didn't really think too much of it. And you can tell me if you think differently, Fabs, but I just figured it was, let's get the teaser out. And then when we, announce each individual figure, they'll have their updated head sculpt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what's happening.
There's no way we get the same Drax head sculpt.
You can't. It's not going to match. It's not going to look good. It's not, the paint application has to be updated. The head sculpt has to be updated because he has put on weight since then. His face is puffier. His face is puffier now than it was in the beginning. So it's definitely not going to be the same head sculpt. The only issue is, are we getting that body again? So that's my only question. Are we getting that body again?
2 head sculpts that, well, I guess there could be 3. Okay, I could see, obviously, Mantis is going to be the same. I think that's a guarantee.
100% the same.
Because that figure's not even out yet. They just announced that.
There's no need for them to tweak anything because it's brand new.
And I saw on your channel, you did a stream earlier today. If you guys haven't seen that, go watch that too. But Flavio was on there and he had a good point. They had to come out with that one because they knew this was coming. So let's get Guardians kind of 2 and Infinity War, whatever, Mantis, the holiday special out so that people can pre-order, but then we'll also push this one out so then they can get the new thing too. So, it makes sense that they got that one out. I wish they would have gotten it out sooner so we'd have it in hand already. But I think that one will be the same. I could see Nebula being the same just because that head sculpt is so damn good.
Yeah, there's no need to make a new one of her either. Even though, I don't know if you noticed, her face did look a little bit puffier too in the Christmas special. So I don't know. I mean, that is, I feel like it's just, that situation, but I don't think that they're going to actually, change her head sculpt to match the puffiness. I think, we've gotten how many Nebulas by now? I think 2.
One,
just the Endgame, right?
Yep.
Endgame. So we've gotten one. There's no need for a second head sculpt by any means. There's, they don't need to tweak anything. It was beautiful. If you pay attention to the arm, it looks like Cable's arm. Really, really nice.
Right.
So it's gonna be a great figure.
I could also see Rocket being the same head sculpt, but obviously it's the closed mouth, so I could see updated paint
Paint,
application.
yeah, that's probably the only thing that you're gonna
Because yeah, what do
right.
what do you do differently there? So I think Drax will be
Extra
different,
extra whiskers.
right? I think Star Lord will be different. I think his hair is going to be different. I think he's got he's got a beard in this one. Um, it might not be like a brand new head sculpt, but I could see it being different. So, and I think his head sculpt's pretty good for the Infinity War one was the last one that they did for him. So, what do you think of the figures? What do you think what's the one you're most looking forward to? What do you think of the outfits? Looks like a thick material. I think it's going to hinder obviously maybe a little bit of articulation, but I think they look great, but I want to get your thoughts on this.
Well, I'm looking forward to Groot number 1. It's the only different figure there. And my second figure looking forward to is Drax, just because I feel like the his body is going to be massive. It looks thick already, it looks beefy, looks bulky. So I like that. Also excited to see his head sculpt. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. But yeah, everything else is just the outfits. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see those outfits, how they look. I could guarantee you right now they're going to look amazing in hand. Um, so
It
uh,
unifies the whole group,
yes,
and I think
yes,
that's what is so awesome
yep,
about it.
yep. I don't think that when it comes to head sculpts and stuff like that, I'm going to be disappointed or do I don't think that I need to worry about any of that. But I am excited for those two, the Groot and the Drax.
I agree. I'm very excited for Drax, and I think this was something all of us fans really needed to see. We needed to see some proof that we were going to get a Drax. I think we all were thinking it was coming, but until you have that proof, you're just like, oh my god, are they ever going to make another Drax? Is there licensing issues? Like, what's going on? So this is like the proof we need. Obviously, he's not officially announced yet, but this is a great sign that we're getting a Drax. Do you think we're gonna get the other one too with a vest and with the seamless arms or anything?
So this is what I'm thinking. We were talking about the Drax body on another stream a few weeks ago, and Dilo had said, we were talking about one-time use bodies. So we were like, oh no, they made this body, they're going to reuse it. And so my thought was, well, they made the Drax body, that's a unique body specifically for that one figure. They never reused it again. So I'm like, do they really need to remake that body at this point? Probably not. My thing is it going to appear in the movie? If it appears in the movie, I feel like then we may get it as a second figure because they know that a lot of people still want that Drax because of that body. You know what I mean? That's what made that figure, was that body, that design, all that color on it, all the detail on it. So that's what I feel like people want more about Drax. You know what I mean? I feel like if you give the people the suit, yeah, it's fine because they don't have a Drax, not because they
Mhm.
rather get this over the body Drax. You know what I mean? So again, my point is, if he appears in the movie without the jack, without the outfit, there's a possibility if Hot Toys decides, you know what, let's give him a second figure. So I'm gonna hope for that because I would love a 2.0 with the new body. Forget it; it would look amazing.
Do you think so? I know this is like the last Guardians. Do you think all these characters are done after this in like this MCU?
See, that's the thing. If they were to use anybody out of all of that stuff, because you could link up anybody to any movie and or any
Right.
other, you know what I mean, any other group. So it's tough, but I'm gonna say they're done.
The reason I asked that is because I think they're done too, and I know for sure Dave Bautista's done playing
Right,
Drax. He doesn't.
right,
He
right.
enjoyed it, but he doesn't want to keep. I think that's why they gave him like the vest and everything. It was getting hard for him. He's got to be what, mid 50s. I think
Yeah,
it's getting hard to stay that built. So
yeah.
if anything, I could say let's get two Drax out. Let's get done with it. Let's give the people what they want. Just roll them out. We're already doing one. Why not do another one? And then we're done, type of thing. So I think that would be great. I think no matter what, I'm going to keep my original Drax. I thought about, I kind of got them cheap, and I thought about, maybe selling them once these came out, like were actually released. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool to see the start and then maybe the end of the figure and how it's changed. So I might just keep it, and I don't know. Maybe I'll sell it to Brick.
Sounds-
um, I think Mantis looks great. And somebody said it too. Yeah, Jazzy said that Mantis poses dope. I love her. She looks great.
Very
Um,
sexy. Very, very sexy.
that's I did pre-order the original Mantis because that was just one I don't want to miss out no matter
That's the
what.
classic. That's the classic look.
Right.
You need that. Yeah.
But I want this one too. So I'll probably get this one too. I think frick.
I don't think you should do both.
I think I will.
That's gonna be too much. You're gonna get lightheaded when you get those two boxes at the same time.
Yeah, that's the thing, they're gonna come out at the same time. So do you think that's a good question though? Do you think people will see this one? Do you think people will
Two different
cancel
worlds.
that or
Two
pass on
different
that? Or do you
worlds.
think
Two different worlds. It's like exactly what you said. So you want the original one because that's the classic one, So I feel like everybody's, not everybody, but a lot of people are going to want that look. Now, like we talked about, this is supposed to be their last movie. Are they going to make Mantis ever again? Probably not.
no.
So are you going to really risk missing out on having a second Mantis and that's it for her? So I feel like if you can pull it off, why not get both?
Yeah.
I and you know how amazing they're going to look next to each other.
Right. And it's like, well, like you said, you want the Mantis because you want to get your Guardians or,
Right.
for what happened in the past. But then you see these outfits and you want everybody together. So yeah, I mean, it's good kind of marketing by Hot Toys actually to kind of, we'll give you this one. And then shortly after, we're going to squeeze this one out too and give you something where they're all unified in the same outfit. She looks great.
And one thing that, I feel like Hot Toys needs to do is start announcing these figures a lot quicker than usual, because what's going to happen is it's going to be the team suit situation again. They're going to start, announcing, they'll announce one and then that's it, no more. They waited too long. They kept, announcing and announcing and releasing and announcing, and that was it for the line. You know what I mean? So I feel like if they want to keep people interested in this line, they're gonna have to, do announce them a little bit quicker, because it's gonna get, people are gonna completely forget about it, and then that's the end of that.
I agree. And Hot Toys is already like swamped with everything. This
Right.
was a good idea to at least get us like, okay, they're coming out with the whole gang. Because yeah, if they came out with like, let's say Star-Lord like this, there's no guarantee they make the other ones, especially when it's Nebula, it's Mantis, these side characters. Like, there's no guarantee. With the team suit, they came out with Tony, and you're like, okay, Captain America's coming next, Thor, Black Widow, they
Right.
got to be coming.
Right.
But here, if they came out with one, we wouldn't have an inkling of being like, yeah, Mantis is going to come too with this on. I don't think too many people would have thought, yeah, they're going to do the whole thing. So it's
Right.
cool that they kind of tip their hat a little bit and are giving us all of these. I hope they do it soon. I hope they don't wait, because you know how Hot Toys is sometimes too. They tease something and it's like a year later. Yeah, you gotta push this stuff out when strike the iron when it's hot type of thing. The movies premiere or coming out tonight, tomorrow, whatever, this weekend. I would try to get as many of these out this month as possible. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I mean, ideally, yes. That's what I'm saying. You got to release, not release, announce them. Make those announcements quicker and put them up for pre-order quicker than you did the team suit, because it's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? The movie's going to come out, right? It's going to come and go like they tend to do, and then there goes the hype. You know what I mean? So they have to keep pumping the figures I'm going to say within maybe a couple months apart, if that. You know what I mean? If that's I feel like that's still a lot. A month would be more idealistic in my opinion, but at least 2 months max. Every 2 months, do a figure until the line is done.
The one that comes to mind, the more recent one, is like Hawkeye from the TV series. And everybody seemed to want the Hawkeye.
Yeah,
And
still
then
nothing.
they came out with I can't remember her name. I apologize. I've only seen Kate Bishop. They came out with her finally, and this was already, I think, after the series was over, maybe. And everybody's like, "Where's Hawkeye? Where's Hawkeye?" And they teased him.
Yeah, and that was
And
it.
then,
Again.
do you hear anybody saying, "Where's Hawkeye"? I mean,
right, that's the thing. But
people now have moved on.
But here's the problem with this. This is why Hot Toys doesn't care, because if for whatever reason tomorrow we wake up and there's Hawkeye ready for pre-order, guess what? Exactly, that's the thing. So that's why they don't care. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It's so true.
We're all suckers. It's true. So, Why is Gamora?
Because, duh.
So obviously she's not in a team suit. I don't know. Maybe we don't. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what's happening. I mean, obviously the whole premise of the movie is she is the different Gamora that isn't in love with Star-Lord. So I don't think she's really part of the group.
They're not very close. That's why.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
It's a
maybe
distant,
at the
a
end,
distant, right. It's a
and
distant
then they
relationship.
don't want to spoil anything. So maybe after the movie's been out a while, they do a team suit Gamora is kind of what I'm thinking.
They have to. There's no way like she's gonna be like not part of the team when she's
Right.
been there from day one. You know what I mean?
I'm actually really looking forward to another Gamora. Whether she's in the team suit or whether not, I want those dreads and I want it to be sculpted. And I think a little bit more fine tuning on that head sculpt, and that could be a stellar figure. I think
Gamora.
she looks, yeah. Well, she
I,
kind of got like braided hair or dreaded hair in this
yeah, yeah.
one. I think
You
that
know,
works better.
you know what I think would be amazing. I mean, it does. The reason why Hot Toys hasn't done it is because it won't work because of her hair. But I think if she had different type of hair and they could sculpt it, I think that would murder the figure and that would make the figure, better than any other figure ever made. The rooting is not bad. It's just it's not it doesn't make her look like she's supposed to look in the movies. When you sculpt the hair, you shape it to exactly what she looks like in the movie. You know what I mean? So it looks that much better.
Hmm.
So if I were to choose anything, any changes in the figure, in the Gamora figure, would be that. That would be the only thing that I think would uh would make it look a lot better.
I could also see that being the most challenging figure. So obviously that might have to kind of be on the back burner for now, or maybe it's just taking longer to make. So probably why we don't have an announcement yet. But I think too, they just don't want to give anything away. But that's just my hunch. I don't know
No,
for
no, it,
sure.
it makes sense because remember in the trailers they don't give you everything because it'll give away a lot. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, they even make up things in the trailers that don't even happen in the movie to like
Right.
throw you off completely. You know what I mean? So that's why you can't really go by the trailer.
The thing is too, like, I think we see the way they piece together some lines. You see Star Lord like screaming, like somebody's like on a table, like dying or something. That could be something totally different. Could be somebody,
Right.
dying. But yeah, they just kind of point you into a direction of
So you
misconception.
don't
So
think about it, right?
right. So we just never know. But man, I'm so stoked. I cannot wait. When are you going to see this? Are you going to see it in theaters?
Yeah, Disney Plus.
You son of a gun.
No, I because what's the point of paying for Disney Plus if you're not, you know what I mean? Like that's why I got it because I was like, oh, you get the movies earlier, on Disney Plus. I was like, absolutely. So am I going to the movies ever again? Yes. Have I been since Disney Plus? No. But there's definitely movies that I'm going to go see in the movie theater. It's just there's no need. I can wait an extra 2 months for the movie to come out. Like it's not a big deal.
So this one and The Flash are ones that I really want to see in the theater. Those are the two I'm kind of highlighting. Most of the other stuff I can wait. Like Ant-Man, I want to see it,
See, The Flash, I would have
but
to go to the movie theater. You know what I mean? Like, even though having HBO Max, like, it'll be on there, but there's something like that is like a movie theater movie. You know what I mean? Like
right.
that's a huge blockbuster type movie because of, not only because of what it is, but all the characters that are in it, all the things that are happening in the actual storyline. They're going back, they're going to the future, they're going to all that stuff is exciting. You don't know who you're going to see. Other superheroes may appear. So it's crazy.
We should go. You should take a trip over here to WI and go see the movie together.
I'll start driving down tonight. This guy. Oh,
Uh, Anything else that you want to talk about that you've like noticed on these figures?
yes. So if you guys notice, um, they look amazing. No, that's it.
That's it. I I'm excited. Drax, Mantis, another Nebula. Can't go wrong, guys. So
I gotta pull up that other picture. Don't forget.
yes. Before we do that, unless you want to do it now. Yeah, let's do
No,
it now. No, let's do it now. And then we'll get into our Star Wars thoughts. So we're gonna stick with Marvel for a second. But Fabs showed me this from So Toys. And there's a lot of Spider-Man concepts out there, or variants, I guess I should say. But this one looks really cool. He's got like jeans on, boots with a split cut, and then like this Spider-Man colored trench coat. It looks really cool. What did you say this was from?
Something called the Last Stand Spider-Man. I think I've never seen it. In a comic book. I don't know where it's from, but that's apparently what it's called. It looks beautiful. It reminds me of the Spider-Man Noir, that he's got that look, that style of mask. But the figure looks beautiful. I can't wait for this thing. No, it's not. It's not.
Well, he's got to save money somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's not about saving the money at all. It's not about that at all. I go to the movie theaters. It's not that. It's just when I feel like I don't have to go for a movie that I could wait to see, like fine. But I do pay taxes, okay? Unreal.
What's the last movie you saw in the theater?
Oh my god. What
Has
did
it
I
been years?
No. I went to the one I remember right off the bat was Wonder Woman 2. And then after that, name some movies and I'll tell you what came out after that.
The Batman. Did you see that one in theater?
Not in the movie theater, no. What else came out after that?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Movie theater.
Doctor Strange 2, Thor.
Movie theater. No, Thor 3. No, the last Thor, no.
Good for you.
Yeah, no.
That would have been a waste.
Yep. No.
No, that's good. I mean, I've seen, I went and saw the Batman, and that was last March 2022, and then I saw Super Mario.
That I have to say, but I'll wait. Where would it come out on? HBO or Netflix or what?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
it might not come out on anything.
Disney, right? It's definitely not Disney.
No, I don't think so. Because that is a Nintendo movie,
right?
But yeah, then I'm gonna go see this one on Friday night, and then I'm gonna see the Flash movie in June. So, trying to get back to it as well. But looking at this figure, almost looks like there's a lot of like wear and tear on the outfit. Looks used. Looks really, really awesome. Like you got again a lot of like washes going on just to make the coat look kind of like worn and realistic.
Yep.
Looks really cool. It's a different Spider-Man than we've kind of seen. So this is pretty sweet. And again, it's from So Toys. This is like the first image that they've given us for it.
No. This is an updated picture of it.
Okay, so people could pre-order this if they want.
No, it's not up for pre-order yet.
Okay.
I don't think.
Interesting.
And if it is, I didn't hear about it, but I don't think so.
So are you gonna get this?
Absolutely. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Even it doesn't belong anywhere, but it belongs everywhere. You know what I mean? Like you can put that in a Spider-Man shelf or anything, and it'll blend right in perfect. Oh, it'll be beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't. It's tough. Like it's tough to see. Like obviously, I think the jeans are gonna be fabric, but he's kind of in a dynamic pose, and it looks pretty good. Like the jeans look natural. You don't really see like a whole lot of bunching. The bunching there's normal. I like the shirt too, just the spider logo. But then yeah, the coat, but with like the hood on, it's almost like a nightmare Batman, like something we just haven't seen. He's got the trench coat type of thing. It's just badass.
Well, one thing that I started worrying about now, which I'd never really paid attention to before, but they did it with that last Daft Toys Mr. Alfred. So when they showed you promo pictures for that figure had a specific body on it for those promo pictures. And the reason I know that is because the promo pictures had a vein right down his arm right here that you could see like right in the picture. It was really, really it popped out of the arm. So you could really see it was very visible. When I got the figure in hand, it was a completely different body. It was just a painted, the body was painted, but there was no vein on there. So now my thing is, if we're seeing this dynamic pose, that that material on the jacket material is some type of pleather. You know what I mean? So that's not very stretchy. So the fact that they got these arms to this pose says two things: either the material stretches very well, or they're using a very articulable body that is able to do that pose. My fear is that they're showing us this with their body for their promo pictures, and then we get a swapped out body that's cheaper than this and not capable of doing this. So that's my fear with this now.
Hmm. That's a good point. That so yeah, and I don't have a whole lot of third party. I got a couple on pre-order, 3 I think. Yeah, 3. None of them have pleather.
Right.
But would you say like would you worry more about like Hot Toys pleather or like a third party pleather, or does it depend on
Um,
each
I
individual?
Believe it or not, I never think about it because I've never had issues with any of them. You know what I mean? So that's never been something that like I worry about when I buy anything. I don't even think about it. It never crosses my mind. I just got that Punisher figure, that what was it Daft Toys too? I don't remember. No, it wasn't Daft Toys. I forget what it was. It was called Punish Man.
Punish man.
So that came with a leather jacket. Obviously I wasn't using the jacket to begin with, but that's not the point. When I bought the figure, I wasn't like, oh man, it comes with a leather jacket. Like I can't get that. Again, my leathers and my pleathers, they don't crack, they don't flake, they don't get ruined. Again, thank God. I know not everybody's so lucky. I'm very lucky with that. Because of the temperature, it's in a basement, it's cooler down here. So that's what's been able to maintain all my stuff. If obviously I had issues before, I wouldn't be buying this stuff, like I do, because obviously I would be wasting my money knowing that it's going to happen eventually anyway.
It's a good point. I was on eBay today and I saw somebody was selling the long trench coat Star Lord, and he had like just chunks
Yeah,
missing, and it was like that white. And I'm like, and you don't see that too often with like the
right.
Guardian, like Yandu. You
Because
don't really
it's
see it
too
too
new. Because
often.
it's too new. That's why. Older
Man,
figures, I would understand. You would understand more, but something
Bane,
like that, right? Something like that,
Crow
and yeah, even those, Bane, my Bane jacket, brand new. You know what I mean? One thing though that I did notice, I went to pick up an Enterbay figure, that it's old, and the figure has a leather, that pleather, but it's so old that pleather was that very very early on cheap pleather that like I went to grab the figure to take pictures of it, and I grabbed it a little bit too rough on the jacket, and when I went to put
just
it on
came
the
off of
table,
it.
literally started flaking off in my hand. I was like, no way. And I barely just touched it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, oh no. So that started happening with that specific figure again, because it's an older figure, very, very old. And the material was like a straight pleather, crappy. I left it alone, put it back, and it's fine. But that happened with that figure as well.
Somebody commented on my Crow review and said that even like just touching the oils with your fingers touching the
Of
pleather
course,
could
of course,
could
of course.
create the peeling as well as
Mhm.
disintegration.
Yeah.
The oils, and I was like, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, because you have natural stuff on your hands constantly. You know what I mean? So, and even it's just not only natural stuff, not oils or anything, but like dirt. You know what I mean? You could ruin the materials.
Right?
So
It's
that's why I
crazy.
wear the
So
gloves. Yeah, that's why I wear the gloves. I mean, I
gloves,
touch my
gloves
figures. I
on.
think I touch my figures without gloves all the time, but when I open them at first, I use the gloves because I don't open my figures to like look at them to play with them. No, I open them for the videos only, and that's it.
The more you know. Oh, let's see. The Thor, Love and Thunder was so bad. I almost changed my name. That's sad. Yeah, it was.
but
That one was definitely a Disney Plus watch.
but
It
but
was that was a mess.
but I don't understand, why would you change your name? Your name is Will. Unreal. Oh man.
Now, I thought Christian Bale did good in that. I think he still was not used correctly as a villain, but I thought like he himself did a good job. But man, they just went over the top humor. It was choppy. It was
Yeah,
weird.
gross.
It's like so in the first movie, we're just not gonna let him be funny at all. And then like Thor Ragnarok, we're gonna give him the freedom and it's great. But then now let's push it even further, and it didn't work. Just saw Quantum Mania. Don't understand why everyone hated it. Well,
Oh, no,
that gives me hope
that movie's
because yeah,
great. No, I watched it twice. The movie is really good. I mean, it's not like
illegally.
Oscar winner movie, but it's not like I don't, I didn't hear anybody saying that it was bad, but I didn't hear anybody saying that it was really good either. You know what I mean? Like nobody really mentioned anything about it. So I watched it twice, and I liked it a lot.
It's getting a 6.3 on IMDb, which is kind of scary, but you know, you can't always trust that either. We all have our own
It's a good
opinions.
story. It's a good story. It keeps you engaged in watching the movie. It's I didn't find it boring whatsoever. I wasn't like oh this sucks. Like no, the whole time it's just you're into it.
Right. Luis is waiting for it to come to Disney Plus. Same here. And I know what Fabs is talking about, where he's going to wait from the theaters and just wait till it comes on Disney. But then I get tempted anyways when it comes on like iTunes or digital. Oh, buy it for $20. Or it's like,
Yeah,
I could
well,
just buy it.
that's why they do that.
Yeah,
They'll put it out for you to buy before they
they
put it
bait
out
you.
for free. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Thor was horrible. I was just waiting for it to be over. Why don't you just give my PIN number, Fabs?
Type it in. I won't yell it out.
Not the best, but it's way better than Thor. Yeah, Ant-Man was another one I was kind of surprised at. You know, they were fun to watch. You know, again, not like a flashy character, one of the core characters, but yeah, once I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. So hopefully the new one's the same way. All right, so if we stayed on long enough, I'm sure we'd be talking about some Star Wars figures dropping.
Oh,
I'm gonna check.
I think no. Let's stay.
You have me.
Let's stay. You have me till 1 a.m.
We will sit in silence and wait for the announcement, everyone.
Not in
If
silence.
anybody leaves,
we got not in silence. We got people here to talk to. Guys, unbelievable. You guys don't exist to him.
nothing yet, guys.
Unreal. No, well, it's early.
I know, but we gotta check.
Well, remember that it's 10:36 a.m. over there, so
Anytime.
maybe they're setting up.
So, May the 4th, tomorrow. There has been years where May the 4th comes and goes and we don't get any announcements.
Last year.
So let's not like get too excited and just assume something's coming. But what figures could you see coming in the next few days, or figures from probably Return of the Jedi, because it's the 40th, but that doesn't mean they won't do something else either.
Right. Yeah,
Let's focus on Return of the Jedi, I guess, for right now. What would you hope to see, or what do you think is coming in the next few days, realistically?
Oh my God.
I'll go first.
Go ahead. Yeah, there's
What do you think?
That's the thing. There's so much like this to like come up with. Go ahead.
The reason I say this is because I've been in the market for a second Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but if I do, you can guarantee that they will be announcing or reissuing another Stormtrooper, and those are easy to do. I mean, that would be as simple as box it up, let's just ship it back out, put a new art box there, and then you're good to go. So I could see like a Stormtrooper as for something new, or actually another 2.0 would be like the Emperor. I think we'll probably get that. And I don't think that's any surprise to anybody, because we did see kind of a tease there. But then also Endor Han. And that's just because we haven't had a Han in so long, and we only have 2. Like, look how many Lukes we have.
Right.
Leia, Vaders.
I think that's a huge possibility. What do you call it? A Han Solo.
I mean, the head sculpt they did is for the Stormtrooper is amazing. Even the one from A New Hope is really good. So I don't think there's a whole lot, like, I don't think they have to do a brand new head sculpt. I think what they have is a really good foundation. And I think, you're pretty much just adding the coat. So those are my guesses. I think like Jabba and Slave Leia are just pipe dreams. I don't think we're going to get those. So those are my guesses.
I say, I'm going to say Han. I think we're getting a Han. I think the one that was teased for the, what was it? The Bespin Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he was pants. He had new pants on. I think that one should be announced at some point. So I'm going to say that one. But there again, like you said, Palpatine is a possibility. And obviously, hopefully they improve that to give us a 2.0 out of that. Most likely won't come to the throne.
A lot of people are saying a Luke, but I just think Luke is becoming so watered down
Well,
I
we
don't know
just
if
got one, so I don't think so.
right.
Yeah, I don't think so. And we've gotten one like I feel like back to back. We got the snow speeder. We got we got this one just now from Mando. We got we
Bespin.
they announced the Bespin, the one the new one. So I feel like Luke's we're getting left and right. I think we need a Han. So that's why I'm like Han is what should be next.
Is there anything you could see coming out very soon that's non Return of the Jedi? I mean, I think you said, didn't you say like Cal Kestis,
Well,
could be around the corner?
Dilo said that he thinks that after that
So he's probably
scout
wrong.
yeah scout scout trooper commander, he says that there's a huge possibility that Cal Kestis is next, and it's true, it is. But remember that they only have made troopers from the video game lines, you know what I mean? Not really actual, not the main character or anything like that. So we have to wait and see if they decide to go that route. I don't know if it's true, but I read somewhere that apparently there's a possibility that Cal Kestis will appear in one of the Disney Plus shows. I don't know if that's true or not because I don't know, where he comes from or anything. So I don't know, but that's what I read. If you guys know in the chat, let me know because I have no idea. So if that's the case, then it makes sense for them to introduce him now from the video game. And then eventually, if he does appear, real life, then I guess we'll get the figure as well. But again, I don't know how they would work that in because I don't know, the story behind it. So
Leighton says got an hour and a half till it opens.
where do they
Hot
open?
Toys.
Secret base?
It's not on there yet. I'd love if my Mando Luke dropped from Comic Concepts.
This guy, poor guy. Every stream, he's like, "Hey guys,
Can I get my Luke?"
he's like, "Hey guys, my Luke."
Mine, mine from Sideshow hasn't shipped yet either. And the longer it goes, the more I'm just like, I might just cancel this.
It's
But
it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. I couldn't believe that my Mark One literally took 2 months after it was paid off completely. 2 months after it started shipping, I got it 2 months later. Can you imagine?
and that's another reason I just don't want to pre-order. Like, there's other ways to get it. There's quicker ways to get it.
No,
But
well that one. Well, no, no,
Sideshow
no.
does have
That one
the
wasn't
pros,
pre-ordered.
though.
That one wasn't pre-ordered.
Okay.
No, no, no. I hadn't pre-ordered, and that was the thing. I had forgotten that I hadn't pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it. I think it was the day before or the day it was charging, and it took 2 months after to get it. I was like, damn, never again.
Jeez. Um. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I've just cooled on the Mando Luke, and I know it looks great, but I don't know. Maybe it's the Mandalorian that's just kind of cooled on me as well. Like, I'd rather get the Bespin Luke, I think, than Mando.
Oh,
And I don't want too many Lukes. I think that's the other thing is I got one. I've had a couple other ones. I don't know. We'll see. I
and
haven't done it yet.
don't
So
forget, they keep reissuing and remaking, Luke's differently. You know what I mean?
right,
So that's what really makes you could say I don't want any more Lukes, but when you see them, you're like, God, that looks so good. You know what I mean? And it's always a little bit different than the other one than the prior one. So it's tough to say no.
right. Palpatine with lightning effects without the throne will come, I reckon. Got Return of the Jedi Clone Wars 2003 anniversary, Mando season 3, so much. Season 3 of Mando. I don't yeah, I mean IG-12.
Oh, there's tons coming from that. You got Bo-Katan 2.0. You got
I don't see that coming.
I see that coming. It's an easy
She's
fix.
still in
They're
stock.
gonna use the same head sculpt and they're gonna change the hair. You think they're gonna tweak a new head sculpt for her? Absolutely not. They're gonna give you a new hair. They're gonna give you a new
And a new
hair.
shield, a
They're gonna
shoulder
give you the
shield.
shoulder pad, the chrome shoulder pad piece. And then you're gonna have IG-12. You're gonna have what was the other thing that was on the you're gonna have that Maul DeLorean suit, the Dark Trooper
Oh yeah,
2.0
yeah.
suit.
Yep.
So all that stuff, we there's a lot we're getting from that. It's just when are they going to start announcing figures from that season is the question.
But a lot of people,
Axe Wolves
yeah,
too.
Axe
Axe Wolves
Wolves, I could see
2.0
that.
with a head sculpt. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna, but I would love to get him with a head
Yeah,
sculpt.
I think it was such a mixed review. I don't know how many figures they'll do from season 3. It's
They'll
just a
do.
mixed bag.
No, they'll do them. Believe me, they'll do them. It's money. You know, they're not just gonna not make figures from a whole show. You know what I mean? Especially that show. You know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely no way they're not making figures.
IG-12, I think, would be pretty easy. It's a lot of the same. Bo-Katan, I can't see it. And I could be wrong. I just don't see there being enough to make a new one so quick when she's not even moving off the shelves.
For Bo-Katan, you mean?
Yeah. What did I say?
It's. I'm going to tell you why they would do it. They're gonna do it because it's Hot Toys. Exactly. That's exactly why.
Something else that I would really love to get from Return of the Jedi that we probably won't is the Gamorrean guards.
Oh, they're definitely coming. Those are
That would be
beautiful.
so cool.
Those
Not
are
Mando ones. I want the Return of the Jedi ones.
Oh, the original. What,
Right.
the Imperial Guards or the ones
No, the from Jabba's palace.
Oh, Praetorian, those, yeah, okay.
No, not Praetorian, Gamorrean.
Gamorrean, the 2 pigs.
Yes.
Yeah. Those would be cool. Those would be cool.
Those would be awesome.
But I didn't Sideshow made them years ago. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know how well they're holding up now, but I remember them making them. They were very crappy too. That's why I never got them.
Han's coming. They de-aged Indy for the movie so they can do to a slightly adjusted sculpt like they did with Natalie Portman. That's an interesting thought, for Indy, and then let's just use it for Hot Toys as well, or for Star Wars as well. What do you think of that? Think that's a possibility?
That would be awesome. I wouldn't complain.
I would love to get an Indy as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain about that.
You have the old Indy? The DX?
I got 2,
whatever that was.
DX 0.5. Yeah, I got 2. I made a custom out of the second head sculpt, so I could not the second head sculpt. I made a custom. I bought a second head sculpt for the second outfit. So remember he had that white robe and that white thing. So I have 2. I have him with the regular outfit, and then I made a custom with that one with the other white thing. So I got 2 of them. Beautiful figure still. I had purse and everything.
I just got the Rosario Dawson Ahsoka today, and my forehead instantly started sweating. I can't have this in my house anymore. LOL.
See, as a man, you can't do that. See?
Ahsoka stacked. You good looking figure.
You guys are nuts. Unreal.
Dilo says R2D2 waitlist converting.
Oh, look at that.
Good
Shocker.
Congrats.
Shocker.
Yeah, shocker.
Shocker.
Flavio can rest easy.
The guy who says everything's fake is shocked. Unreal.
Mando Luke's boots are such stiff pleather. Be careful with them feet, guys. Snap them right off.
Well, no, you want that stiff pleather. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be like soft and loose and weak. You want it to be strong. You know what I mean? The tighter the better.
Strong pleather.
It's good quality. You don't want it loose and cheap.
Bring on the N1 Starfighter. I still don't see that happening either.
No, I don't think. If anything, they'll make it, like they did the bat from
112.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I never knew that was the scale. Is that what it is? A 112 scale?
Thought so.
Yeah, I don't know. I never.
I mean, it kind of has to be because it's.
Yeah, no, they're tiny,
half
but
the
I size
of 1/6. So yeah, it makes sense.
I never remember what the scale was when I bought it. But no, it's a beautiful piece. I just know that that N1 is going to be humongous, and there's absolutely no way. No, I mean, it would be incredible.
It's an odd shape too.
Right. It's not a comfortable, shape that you could put just anywhere.
How many drops can we expect for tonight? I'm gonna guess 2.
Yeah, 2 because it's going to be a collector's edition and a deluxe. Unreal. So 1.
I was thinking Return of the Jedi.
We're saying, guys, we're saying
else,
1. We're saying 1. We're saying 1. One announcement.
I'm gonna guess Return of the Jedi and then something else Star Wars.
Has Hot Toys ever done?
I'm guessing.
No, I'm saying I'm asking. No, but I'm asking you. If you know this, Hot Toys ever given us an announcement for two different lines or two different figures? So, like for example, like Star Wars and DC, or Star Wars and Marvel, or if something like that, or no, or Marvel and DC at the same time? Never, right?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it, and I don't think so. That's why I was asking. Maybe if you thought something newer, but from in the past, never.
I think both will be Star Wars, but I think it'll be Return of the Jedi and then something else Star Wars. So I think they'll be Star Wars
No, they
tonight.
have to be.
If
Yeah, they
there's
have to
two,
be
yeah.
Star Wars. I think if it's something else, I think everybody would be like, "What the hell is this?" You know.
Can't wait to pose my Bespin Luke with the 40th Empire Strikes Back Vader. That'll look sick.
Ooh, nice. Take pictures and post. Selfish. See.
You don't want it stiff on the ankle joint. It'll crack in a month. Some of us pose our figures fabs.
Well, no, I meant the
Shots
leather.
fired.
I didn't mean the ankle, the leather, the leather. The leather has nothing to do with the ankle. Of course you could pose, but the leather has nothing to do with the ankle. I pose too. Don't mess with my poses. Unreal.
One Return of the Jedi figure and that Phase 1 Commander Fox for me.
Oh, did you see that? Commander Fox was somebody took a picture. You didn't see here. Let me send it to you.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh my god, you're so unprepared.
I heard that the leak of Commander Fox will only be Phase 1. Luis says, I think we will get 3 to 4 drops for May the 4th. That would be awesome. I mean, the more the merrier.
Never.
But
3 to 4, that would be insane. Insane.
Insane in the membrane.
All right. Share.
Oh, yeah. I did remember you sharing this with us.
Yep. So
what is this from? I see it's Hot Toys, but like, was it like a advertisement poster? What?
Well,
where did they post this on?
Oh, I don't know where the poster came from, but this is
Okay.
supposed to be Clone Wars, and obviously, as you can see, you got Jesse, you got the R2, the ATRT, you got this is Obi here. It looks like I don't know what this is supposed to be, Ahsoka. I don't know. This looks like a female hand here, so I don't know what it is. And then
that looks like her blade right there.
Right, so Ahsoka, and then you got Fox, and you got Rex up here. So, then you got Coruscant here also. So it's all Clone Wars, but I don't know, when they're doing this, but it looks like it's coming. So
interesting. Does that? I don't know. To me though, it's another trooper, so it's not anything I'm going to jump at. I know you'll get it. You'll probably get 2.
Of what?
That.
Of Wolf?
Fox.
No, I mean Wolf. Fox? No.
Wolf.
Well, Commander Wolf is another one that it looks beautiful because he's got the scar and like the white eye. Oh, his head sculpt would be. I have him for Sideshow. Beautiful. It's one of my favorite figures, Commander Wolf. But yeah, so this is, as you can see, this is Commander Cody's helmet. But instead of having a phase 2 or 3, it's a phase 1. And it's just red. But it's this is definitely coming. It
looks cool.
No, it's really cool.
Strange wants to know, is the new Mando going to be considered a grail in the future? I'm assuming he means the chrome.
Is the new Mando chrome? I think we're going to get another one.
I think
we're getting a BD one, a battle damage one. I think that's what's next.
But how could it be battle damaged?
Just more like, because remember that the chrome one came with all that black on it that people were removing. So I think that they've just, you'll get a chrome again, but more beat up, a little bit more beat up. I would love that at least.
Yeah, I think it's too much of a moneymaker where they're just going to keep pumping them out anytime an armor changes. So if anything, I could see just the original being the grail, just because we saw that armor for a small amount of time.
And all you have to do is literally just add anything else to it, and then it just makes it a new figure. You know what I mean? Right. Like, obviously every single one has come with a Grogu, so they could just keep giving you, different types of Grogus, different styles of Grogus, different accessories with Grogus, and, just tweak the figure here and there. And what are you going to do? You're going to say no? Of course you're going to want that new,
I will say, though, that the Chrome Mando is my favorite I love everything that comes with it. It seems like the total package, but I just think there's too many to choose from.
What, the
However,
clones?
I also think everybody's selling out with the 1.0s to get the Chrome one, so who knows?
Well, the 1.0, I don't think anybody that TMS 007 nobody should get rid of that if you're a fan, because that's the origin. You know what I mean? That's the very first one. So you're
I'm
gonna
talking about the
want
Beskar 1.0, sorry.
the second one,
I
the
think
second release.
everybody's
Yeah,
getting
the
rid
second
rid
release.
of to get the Chrome.
Right. Everybody's getting rid of that. But again, obviously the Chrome is better, the Chrome looks better, but if you put them next to each other, they don't look, too close, too similar. So that's why it's cool to have them to have the different looks. But obviously people are going to do what they need to do. So
I hope Commander Fox comes with Phase 1 and 2 helmet. That would
yeah.
make sense.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I liked how the phase 1 looks with the Commander Cody stuff on it, because remember his was a phase 2. So I like the different. And again, as you guys, I told you guys, prior, that I've never liked the phase 1 helmet. So just for whatever reason, I don't know if it's that
I
flat
agree.
face. I don't know what it is. They're not appealing to me. But for some reason, this is really nice. And the new troopers, the new pilot troopers, really nice too.
If Vader's so powerful and stormtroopers are so inept, why does he always need them to escort him? Star Wars problems. There's little henchmen. That's all they are, just henchmen.
They're
Bosses people around. Needs to force choke his anger out of somebody.
yeah,
Snap
can you
back.
imagine? Like, where did he find this army from? You know what I mean? Like, he's got a whole galaxy of an army. Like, how do you find that?
Who, Vader?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Well, wasn't it the
Clones.
right.
Yeah, they cloned them.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, if they hadn't cloned them, where would you get an army like
Oh,
that?
well, I think we know where they came from, but yes, if that never happened, yeah, it'd be
Right.
like
It's like, how do you have a
you'd
whole
probably
army,
just have to
guy?
brainwash a bunch of people.
Oh man.
I think it'd only be phase 1 because his armor is a lot different from the phase 1.
What?
I think it will only be phase 1 because his armor is a lot different from the phase 1. Oh.
Oh, I probably meant phase 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why they did that if majority of their clones have both helmet options.
No, he said clowns.
Now we're into the third cousins of clones milking that. Yeah.
Third cousins.
Some of these clones are like 13th round draft picks. Yeah, we're getting
Oh
to the
my
bottom
God.
of the barrel here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who Fox is, but I didn't watch Clone Wars. So.
How do you not know Fox?
I'm
I don't
sorry.
either. I don't either. Oh man.
I guess it's because it's based off his armor from the Clone Wars. It was a micro series that they're doing 20th anniversary for. I think we'll get Mando with the white jetpack and shield. That would not
Oh,
surprise me.
I know. That's exactly right. So, and also don't forget there were two different types of what are they? Super commandos. Remember there was the ones with the gun, which was the first ones. Then you saw the ones with the shields and the batons, right? And that's when he got the white jetpack, he got the shield, he got all that stuff from those super commandos. So that's a huge possibility. Or you're going to get the two different types of super commandos, and people are going to use those accessories to put him on Mando. But
Right.
either way is a huge possibility.
I mean, even it's funny too because when I saw, oh, excuse me,
God, why are you boring him? Unreal.
when I saw the armor and she had the jetpack on, I'm like, oh, I could see a new figure there too, and just how they love Disney and coming out with these new figures. So I could see that too. So that would not, that wouldn't surprise me. Maybe like more of a golden chrome helmet as well for her. Oh no, never know. Speaking of new figures adapted from old, would you both consider getting the Batman Armory? I would, yes. The new one? I will consider getting that one,
The
yeah.
Batman Armory. What Batman Armory? The new
The new one, the Dark Knight trilogy
Oh,
with the
absolutely.
dew.
No, that and the reason why it's because again, I've said this before, it was teased so long ago that like people were like, when is this coming out? And people completely forgot about it. I was one of them. I've been waiting for this thing forever. So the fact that it's here now, oh, you better believe it. That statue thing, I don't know what they're thinking, but the what do you call it? The Bat Armory looks beautiful.
No, I like it a lot too. It's if I can swing it, that thing's gonna come home and it's gonna go right down in my little Dark Knight trilogy stuff there. So be cool.
Yeah, how you gonna? Were you just gonna put it in the DF?
Yeah, it'll just go kind of like by the tumbler.
Oh, at the bottom, yeah. Oh, that's gonna
Yeah.
look so sick with the vehicles there. Oh
Oh
man.
yeah.
Oh
Got the Bat
man.
Pod. We got Bane. We got Batman. We got Joker.
Hopefully you sell that stuff before it gets here. Imagine.
I've only sold 3 figures since December, and I think 1 or 2 of them were just like Beskar 1.0 Mando to get to the Chrome. It's not, they were upgraded.
It's not like it's not like you're getting rid of stuff. You're selling to replace.
Right. So promise them citizenship, then send them to fight with helmets that impair their vision.
This guy. Oh my god.
What's up, David? The hype is
David!
real fire. What's
David
going
in
on,
the
my
house.
friend?
David, you made it.
Everybody give David a shout.
Yeah, David in the house.
Commander Michael J. Fox.
Commander Michael J. Fox.
Kenobi purged troopers out. Just saw in groups. He's been sent out for shipping to some people.
Yeah, mine charged. What's today? The 3rd. It charged today. So it should be here probably next Thursday, Friday, depending when they ship. So usually what happens is when you get that email, it says, have your money here 10 days, blah, blah, blah. And then they charge you, and then you got to wait until the item gets into the warehouse, which BS. Well, no, it's BS because I know they already have it. You know what I mean? It's already in there. It's not like it's coming in. What they're doing is probably splitting the batches and separating the stuff within those days. But believe me, they got it.
I feel like Sideshow used to be better at their bedside manners. Like it used to be, hey, it's coming into our warehouse in the next few days, so we're going to be charging, and then it would ship out.
Yes,
maybe 2 days after that.
Yep.
Now it's like, oh, hey, we charged you already, and we'll let you know when we're going to ship it. Or, like you said, hey, we're going to charge you, but it's going to be an amount of time before it gets here. I don't know. I just feel like they used to just be better at that communication with.
I don't think it's about better. I think what they did is they elongated the time span of getting the figures. So we were getting those figures once they charged. It was a day or two in between to get it shipped.
It was nice.
Right now it's like more delay. It's again. It's just it's just to hold it up. But
and they gave you a little bit of notice too. Now they just tell you, hey, we charged you.
And one thing
like that.
One thing that used to happen also, I don't know if you guys know, I know this because of so many years of payment plans. It used to be, they would charge your card, and if for whatever reason it wouldn't go through, they would charge you 7 days later. Now they charge you 3 days later. So they're speeding up how quickly they charge you, but they're slowing down how quickly they're shipping, which sucks.
Man, it does suck. Not cool, man. Not cool. Is that bat armor articulated? The armory? The door's open. So I would say yes.
It's got hinges, so yes.
If you were to choose between DX or that one, which one would you choose? Would be my first Batman. So, Coffin, are you talking about the DX-19 and the Armory?
Yeah, because that's 2 different worlds right there. So
yeah,
the DX-19 and the Armory are 2 different worlds.
I think you need both. I think you need the DX-19 to be on its own, or vice versa. You use the one that comes with the Armory, but you need one. In my opinion, you need one in the Armory, because if you're using the Armory Batman as a figure, it could still work. It'd be fine. But it'd be too empty. Like I think you need the empty outfit hanging in the Armory. I just think that looks so cool.
Oh, that's what makes the whole Armory. That's the whole point, right?
Right. So I think you still need both. I still think there's a great place for the DX19. Um, so if you
No, the
could get
figure
both,
the figure is decent. The figure is decent. But if you well, he's asking you if you had to choose, right? He's asking you if you had to choose. So you're
if I
telling
had to
him to
choose,
pick both.
well, it depends because yeah, like you said, it's two different worlds. Like the
Correct.
Armory's in
Correct.
a different price tier,
Correct.
and it's different.
Well, comment. I'm gonna. You didn't ask me, but I'm gonna answer. So common
He's
sense.
asking both of us.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm gonna give you my 2 cents.
I don't know.
So obviously, I would tell you go with the Bad Armory one, just because it's the newer one. It's gonna be the better one. It's newly designed. The whole thing is different. The minor details that was bothering other people, or that were bothering other people in the past, like the gloves not being in the sleeve, stuff like that, like little minor details like that that finally fixed. It's just going to make the figure look that much classier. It's just going to look so beautiful, like in front of you. So um the reason why Graham is telling you to get the DX19 to put in there is because that figure, the DX19, there's nothing wrong with the figure. The problem is, getting a new one right after we just got that one, that was a slap in the face. But it's a
Right.
great figure. So you definitely need, not need, but idealistically would be to get both, right? To display one in there and one out. But obviously the new one would be the best way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah. So like, yeah, if you could get both, and then let's just say you like the Armory Batsuit better, then you put the DX19 in the Armory, and then do it that way or something, or swap them out. I would assume you could swap them, right?
Swap what out?
The outfits into the Armory, or because it hang, so you can only do the
Yeah,
one that
no,
comes with it.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't hang. It's got a, it's like it's a platform. You just stand it on there. You know what I mean? It's not. It looks. It's got these things here that looks like it hangs, but they
Okay,
don't hang. It's just like it's supposed to look like it's clipped on. You know what I mean? But it's not. It's
gotcha.
actually not. It's just.
I was never able to get the original. I wanted it, and for a while I was looking for it, but I was never able to get it for the price I wanted. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be an option for me.
Yeah, no, I got mine. Like I said, mine's still in the box. I never opened it because I got a third party one displayed. So mine, I never even looked at it.
Yeah, charge first, ship later. I don't like that.
Well,
Or
that's
at
usually what
least,
happens when you buy anything.
well, at least give me the notice it's going to be charging, and then like they used to tell me it's going to ship in a couple days
Well,
after that.
well,
So
I went through a whole phase with them where they just would charge randomly, and I never got emails for months. I never got
don't like
emails,
that.
and I was like, "What's happening?" They're like, "Oh, we had a
Don't worry
problem."
about it.
Well, no, because my email. This is what the excuse was. My email address is Hotmail, so they were like, "Oh, for whatever reason, we've been having issues with Hotmail. So what you need to do is add
Keep
us to
talking.
your
I'm going to get a water.
to a
Keep
sender
talking.
to a sender's list." He's like, the rep was like, add our. So she gave me a list of like 3 or 4 emails from them. They're like, add all of these to your safe senders list, so we could so we could get your email, and still never worked, never worked, never worked. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I would get hit with all these charges constantly, not even knowing that they were coming out. And I was like, what the hell? And that's when, I would get those emails saying, oh, it didn't go through. We'll charge again, whether it was, 3 days, 7 days, because I didn't expect the charge and I wouldn't put the proper credit card on file for that reason. So that's when I found out. But no, it's crazy. It's crazy with that stuff. Everything changed, and so did they with regarding that stuff, the customer service, of letting us know quicker. You know what I mean? Now it's like whenever they feel like it.
So Joker's got a great question. I see you guys kind of talking about it in the comments here a little bit too, but he says thoughts on the CFL sabers. I don't want to burn down my collection for a lightsaber. I have opinions about them. Do you have any? Have you
I
ever
don't.
thought about
I've
getting
never.
them or using
I've
them?
never owned one. I feel like the fact that I don't even turn on the original ones that come with the figures, for me to go spend money to buy something else, like absolutely not. They look beautiful. I've seen they, they look really cool. The colors are super, super vibrant and bright. They look great. I don't know, I don't know how you power them. I don't know where how you hook them up or whatever. I never gotten into it that deep, but they do look great. Again, I don't know anything about it because I don't own one, but I've seen what I've seen looks beautiful.
So I looked into them for a while too, and I thought about getting them, and then I learned that they do become quite hot. So don't let them be like touching another figure or touching clothing.
That's scary. That's scary.
It's scary when
Yeah.
you're this invested in stuff. So that was one thing I didn't like. I also wanted to be able to keep them on for a couple hours when I'm doing a stream or something like that. That worries me. Maybe you can, but it still worries me in the back of my head just getting too hot. That's my number one worry about it. My number two thing was I didn't want to destroy the hilts in case I ever want to sell. Sometimes even when you make something better, if it's not original, you're not going to get your money back for it.
Right.
So I worried about that too, just drilling into them and changing it. And then if I ever needed to sell or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
The other thing is, and this is minor, but the tip, have you noticed the tip is like the end of the light? So it's like the dark part.
Yep.
I don't think you really notice it when it's on.
Yeah, you don't.
But I don't know, just something that kind of bugged me.
Yeah, it doesn't look
The other
good.
thing, so with all of that, and then wiring it, I'm just like, and then I got to wire it. I'm just like, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah.
However, Hot Toys is coming out with the USB lightsabers now, so if you're going to want to light them up, you're going to have to wire it. But it just it just seems more safer because it's just an LED light, whereas this is an actual like light fixture that kind of worries me a little bit. So looks like the Gentleman Wake has a.
Can you imagine? Like, look at the space
here?
between your figures, right? And you have a CFL saber in there, right? Now look at my show. It'll be like
We're trying to start a fire.
It'll be like, did somebody call Johnny Storm? Freaking
Can you imagine? you tried it, and like you got the guy just holding the lightsaber up, but somebody's right next to him, and all of a sudden you notice like half his face just seems drooped.
Battle
because
damage.
it melted down.
I just made a custom.
No, but
that's so
that, and then the price, it's like $60 a pop too. So you get 3 or 4 hilts done at once. You're looking at a figure right there.
They
So for
look
me,
great though. They look beautiful.
They look amazing,
Yeah.
and they look like they're holding a 1/6 scale lightsaber. It looks awesome.
Yes, it looks very real. Very real.
For me, it was just too many of those things that pile up that I'm just like, it's just not something I want to do right now. But with technology getting better and better, it is probably something that hopefully one day we get. Let's see. Sideshow told you if you don't like our shipping speed, why don't you try Comic-Con?
This guy. Oh my god, unbelievable. And if I had the watermelon, I would throw it at you right now.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
It's so great.
Thank you, Luis. Appreciate that. Yeah, Coffin was talking about the DX19. The Fabs did go a little hard at Drax, but look at how the tables have turned. I hope Star-Lord gets back a Drax in the movie making fun of him.
What the hell was that? Was that a tongue twister?
You made me read that comment, and I don't know what it means. Luis got it. For major releases this year, like Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Wolverine coming up, which would y'all get first?
Okay, Black Panther. Which Black Panther? You talking about the Transformer Black Panther? Or you talking about the Legacy?
About the
Legacy Black Panther. Spider-Man, Tobey, Wolverine coming up. Well,
I'm gonna assume he's talking about normal Black Panther.
Right, the Legacy, one.
And I'm not getting that because I have the Civil War, and that's fine with me. So for me, it'd be Tobey, Spider-Man.
First?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, no, that Wolverine is gonna be insane.
The Wolverine does look pretty good.
Oh my god!
I'll change my mind. I'll go with Wolverine because I think Wolverine also could stand alone himself.
Of course, it's sick with that leather jacket. Oh my god, that thing is gonna be beautiful.
I don't like the bone.
No, I don't like that either. Yeah, no, I never
grossed me out in the movie, but I did like that movie a lot.
What the?
Yeah, it's just
Origins.
Yeah, I love that movie.
No, that was a good movie. I actually watched it a couple days ago. It's funny you say that. I was like, I'm in the mood for that. The beginning's really cool when you see this.
Yeah,
going through. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would definitely get the what do you call it? That Wolverine. That Wolverine looks amazing.
Great stream, guys. Watching from the Philippines.
Oh,
Thank you so
welcome.
much, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, my friend.
Appreciate it.
I have a channel too if you're interested. No, I'm kidding.
So selfish.
I know. Sorry.
All right, the Gentleman Wick. I have 6 CFL Sabres, no issues ever, and that's probably true. I just it just
show us proof.
It rattles me.
Imagine. It's like show us.
Prove it.
I know, prove it. Who says that? What movie was that? Just like you said it just now. What movie was that? I know exactly what it is too. Oh, it was Grandma's Boy. No, it was Big Daddy at the wedding.
Oh yeah,
like, prove it. No, at the proposal in the he was proposing to the girl before he left. What's his name? Jon Stewart. He was proposing, and he's like,
right.
Prove it. He's like, I shaved my ass for $20. Oh, yeah. He's like, prove it.
Oh yeah, because it was the guy couple, and then the one guy looks at him, he's like,
I'm just kidding.
Good catch on that one. See, that's the thing. I quote movies so much that I forget what they're even from.
When you said it with that tone, I knew right away. I was like, that's from somewhere, because I remember right away. I'm telling you, I remember movie lines like crazy.
Me too, but then I'll forget. Like, I use it so much, but I forget what it was even from, because it's just become a part of my vocabulary. Right. So
yeah.
But yeah, just don't leave them on when you're not there. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
No, that's scary. To have to worry about stuff like that is scary, man.
Now you can like leave it on, like you can dim it as well, so I think it wouldn't get as hot. So
he did. I did see he said something like 25% or something.
Right.
Wait, so how does that work? How do you
get a remote?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I thought you just plugged them in and that's it.
Nope. You can do like flickering. You can do
that I saw.
Yeah, a bunch of different stuff.
I didn't know. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Riley Reviews actually just did a video. He's got a couple CFL Sabres, and he kind of showed you like what they can do. But he also talks about like some of the pros and cons. So you guys can check that out too. I've looked in the past. I just didn't want it enough, you know. You okay?
Me?
Yeah, you're like throwing it out there.
Why? What happened? No, I'm listening to you. It's like, you okay? Yeah, I died.
AC units to the wall is how they're powered. I don't know why that was so funny. Mine are remote controlled.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, I didn't know that, but that makes sense. That's awesome.
Sideshow once told me a figure was stuck in customs. Also shows that it's here in the States, and that's why they would charge at that time. At 100%, they're hot. 25%, they're warm at best.
Oh, there you go.
Not enough to cook something.
That's crazy. That's cool.
You can buy them with hilts already. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Tips will shock you. Yeah, that I could see, because it's like an exposed. I don't know what the word is or the term, but it's an exposed part that there's electricity running through it, so I can see it.
Exposed circuit.
Right, circuit. That's good.
I speak English. Don't worry.
I can't picture you not being able to speak English. That's crazy.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Where do you get them anyway? I never even knew like where.
There's a couple guys on like Instagram or Facebook.
Oh, they're custom. They're made
Chris's Custom Sabres does it.
Oh, I didn't know where you would get them, but I see them all the time. They used to be actually more popular a few years ago than they are now.
I have all my figures powered with reactors, so Vader's always lit up as his ESP base and CFL labor. Yeah, I've seen somebody that does that for like the Iron Man figures too. It's like custom reactors or something where he wires them up.
The guy that he does it's called something light. What's his name? He does every figure he has lights to. He did it for what's his name? What's the Asian guy that just came out? Well, not Wenwu, the other guy.
Shang-Chi.
He did it for his fire effect and the rings. Oh my god, beautiful. He's got all the rings on the
fusion reactor.
Yeah, He's got all the rings on the arms lit up. Crazy cool. So that I've seen a lot.
Trying to find Fusion Reactors is the guy that does it. If you guys want to check him out on Instagram, looks like he's from Australia.
I'm going to tell you the guy. I'm going to tell you the guy I follow, and he makes really cool stuff. It's so what's his name? LED light toy. That's his name.
I'm gonna just share this quick.
Look what he just did. Look what he just did.
Hold on here. Damn it. Oh,
wait. So he put an LED in the Doctor Strange effect of that little, that little effect that everybody wanted. That little thing he holds like this.
Yep.
He put a LED in there. The guy is incredible.
Look at this.
Look what he did to the rings. Look.
Oh yeah.
They're all lit. Sick.
Sick, insane. Man.
Yep.
Look at this incredible lasso. That'd be something I would get.
I saw something. Somebody posted that like in an action post. Oh man, it looked so cool. Say, look at that. He does that to everything.
And cling.
Yep, that is so nice.
It's always on the base too.
Yeah, so the base.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. Do you know how badass that would be to have them all lit up all at once? You know what I mean? You shut the light and you see everything lit up.
Oh, he's got his
see, the water effect. I'm telling you, the guy's incredible. This guy, LED light toy, he does everything.
This is Fusion Reactors.
No, right. But I'm saying that other guy does like more than this.
Look at this.
How sick is that?
Yeah, that I would like. So this is all the stuff you get if you guys want to do this. So he just like makes these batteries.
Yeah, it's like a
hook up.
It's a hardwired connection. That's what he does. How sick is that? That is so awesome. The problem is the wires, man. The wires is the issue. I mean,
and that's the other problem because then things start to get messy, and you
would like, you know what you would have to do? You would have to get a multi USB output battery pack and leave it in the case, and then plug everything into it.
Which isn't the worst case scenario. But again, for me, okay, now to get behind this, and not everybody's this way. To get behind this, I can run the cords. I got to take everything out. I got to pull the whole unit out, wire everything, push it back, put everything back in. It's just, maybe you call it laziness, but it's like, I just don't know if I want to do that, And let's just say, so these figures start coming one by one, right? That have these USB. So unless I figure something else out, I got to do it every time one of these figures comes in. Now I got to pull it back out and try to rewire it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not thinking properly. But if you guys know of a different way to do it, but I don't know, because I can't really even reach back here. It's just tight against the wall. So it's just it could just be my setup.
You would only get one.
But that's the thing. Like they're not all coming out at the same time, right? So you get the first USB powered figure, right? So I take everything out, I wire it in, put everything back in, and push it back to the wall. But then the next figure releases that's USB powered.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You need a battery pack inside of that.
Right. Yeah, because otherwise I got to run it back and try to mess with it every time. So.
And the good thing is, if you get a black power bank, you could try to make it blend in where you don't see much, in there because it's all black.
Okay. Let's make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be here. Even at 25%, they're much brighter than a standard LED saber.
Oh, I believe it. They look bright as hell when they're 100%.
Right. Oh, my eyes.
No, they're really bright.
My retinas.
Awesome.
The only thing I would use the CCFL Sabres Force photography. It would be cool to have it light the figure natural way. Yeah, and Harold does all that awesome photography stuff, so I totally get that. But they do look amazing in the display.
I've taught Harold how to take good pictures. You're welcome, my friend.
And good poses too.
Yeah, keep it up.
Oh, look at that. He's already a subscriber.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I didn't know. Thank you for being here too.
Iron Man 85 and Fat Thor is LED custom lights that can be controlled through phone. It's dope. That is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
through the
sick.
phone too.
Yep.
Future proof yourself. My reactor packs have like enough connection points, like 9 or 10 connectors each. But still, like, this is such a big unit. It's tough to get behind it unless I pull the whole thing out. So even if I have like something to plug in the back, it's just hard to get. Like, even if I have something on top, right? And then I run something to the back, I still got to try to feed it without moving. It's just it's a tough thing because this is just one big thing. But if I can figure it out, I mean, I'm going to have to, because a lot of these figures are going to USB. So I'm going to have to figure it out at some point. But
Right.
thanks, Fabio. You're the best. Unreal. All right. Well, yeah, this was pretty fun. You got anything else you want to bring up? Otherwise, probably let these fine people. Let me check one more time. Make sure there's nothing on the page.
Yeah,
while
go
you...
check. Yeah, no. I finally got my R2 guys today. I was supposed to make the video today, but the figure didn't get here till after like 5 o'clock. So wasted my whole day off. So I'll make the video tomorrow at some point. Yeah, it's, oh my god, the worst. So I'll make the video tomorrow for you guys. What else shipped? Jesse's on its way too. I think he may be here tomorrow. Maybe something's coming tomorrow, I think. And what else? Yeah, and then we'll see you guys on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. as usual.
Awesome. Well, thank you for always.
Oh yeah, guys, the raffle. The raffle. 21 spots.
Raffle.
Thank you, Dilo. 21 spots left. Don't forget. Don't be weird. Win something.
Only 100 spots left, guys. Come on, sign up.
100 spots. Thanks.
No, thank you for making the time to be on the show. Appreciate all of your insights and just chatting with you.
Thank you for streaming and being part of ICS once again.
Yeah, you're welcome. Come watch us on Saturday as ICS gets the band together. I hope I can make it, because I do have plans again. But well, I made it last time.
You got 2 strikes, so the third one, you know, we know.
Then I'm in Flavio territory.
Oh my god.
So I want to come out with a video this week yet, if I have time. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. You know, I want to do like figures I can't live without, or pre-orders I'm most excited for, you know, something like that, just to kind of keep something fresh. I don't really have any new figures. I haven't bought a figure for over 2 weeks, so I'm doing good. I'm like trying to fast from buying all the time. I went through a purge there where I was buying a lot, so trying to hold back a little bit, save for like the DeLorean, save for some of these other figures that are going to be dropping soon. So yeah, hopefully I'll get a video out. Hopefully I can be with the ICS boys Saturday night as well. And yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks so much for being here, being a part of the community. That's what it's all about. So appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for sticking out. Thanks for being active in the chat. Yes. Let's go Star Wars. Let's go Guardians of the Galaxy. And everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night. See you later, guys.
Peace.